Don't worry guys, we're still going to make lockdown decks, even though they changed lockdown. Is he going to spawn a copy of our Unseen Elder? That's a massive problem. Okay, new Gale target. I wonder if this doubles blow. No, we lost. So today I wanted to make a deck with the new vampire cards they added with the last patch. So in case you didn't know, they added a bunch of new cards. I think there's 10 or 12 or something. They're all high provision cards. So let's take a look. We have Unseen Elder for the monsters. Give bleeding 4 to an enemy unit. End of your turn, give bleeding 2 to a random enemy unit without bleeding, which is nice because it won't keep stacking duration on things. And then if you have devotion, the bleeding triggers at the end of your turn. So that doesn't double the value of bleeding, it just makes the bleedings go faster, which is really nice. So I wanted to try this guy out, and I also wanted to try out Detlaff. So Detlaff's here, spawn Blood Moon on an enemy row for 1 turn, deploy, increase the duration by 1 for every adjacent vampire. So obviously you want to get it for 3 turns, and that's pretty good. Then order, damage enemy with bleeding by 1, Death will spawn Ekamara. So spawning the order, if you order 1 damage, it's worth 1, right? Was actually worth nothing because the bleeding would have killed it if it had bleeding with 1. And then you spawn Ekamara on the row. So it's worth 3 points every time you get this off, which is quite good, but it's going to be difficult to set up. It's not like your Skellige or Northern Realms where you can set up damage orders ahead of time and then ping down stuff to 1 damage, like you do in a Revenant's deck, right? You ping stuff down to 1, and your Revenant's set up and it kills it. You can't really do that with monsters as easily. You have to rely on the bleeding, I think. So the opponent has more ways to play around it, but it's still quite good. Especially because it's, if you get 3 turns of the Blood Moon, that's 6 for, so it makes it 12 for 10, that's pretty nice. And I like that it's a 6, not a 5. So what I did is I just put in all the vampire cards, and all the cards got changed to try them out. This is what I like to do, like trying out all the card changes, and after that refine the deck and make a, like, final deck. So this is just me trying out the new cards for fun, more or less. So what we did, we put in Crimson Curse, we put in Detlaff and Unseen Elder. Crimson Curse obviously goes really well with this. Naglfar, I'm going to try the Devotion out on Unseen Elder, see if it's worth it, because it does mean Oriana gets boosts for less turns. So we have Naglfar instead of Oneiromancy basically, we have Cave Troll to protect it, Catachan sets up 2 vampires, so we put Detlaff between it right away. Or Oriana, because that's our big finisher, Protoflater. Want to try it out, because now it's it gives the unit bleeding 3, then boosts itself by the bleeding on the unit. It gives you the same value that the Drain used to with Dominance, if you did 3 damage. But it doesn't do the 3 damage, it says 3 bleeding. It's more consistent point value for you, but you can't kill something right away, so it's whatever you like. I think it's probably a little bit better, although it can't kill a 3-point engine. Although the only thing you really want to kill it's worth 3 is an Andraga Larva, and then with Drain you only get +1. So I think it's probably better. Queen of the Night for Purify and Bleeding. Honestly, I think this would be better for playing Heatwave and Oneiromancy, which I was playing earlier, but I wanted to try out just going for all the new cards. So I was finding I was just playing like a very similar deck to what I used to play. But I wanted to try out all the new cards and changes and see how they played out together, and then make a final deck version based on that. So Queen of the Night, we have Gale. Gale has a lot of upside. You can get a lot of points out of Gale, and as long as something's bleeding, he's worth at least 7, so that's not bad. Then we have the Aparian Phantom. It's had a 7 slot left, and I thought the Beast wouldn't work too well, because the only tall things we really have are Gale situationally and Oriana at the end of the round. I'll probably put the Beast in here if you wanted to. I also wanted the damage on its order to set up a Detlaff for the spawning Ekamara if I wanted to. Parasites are only real removal outside of the natural selection, so I put this in. Flater got changed also, so whenever an enemy receives bleeding, you gain vitality with the same duration. This is better than it used to be, right? Because it used to be you destroy an allied unit and then get vitality 4, I believe it was. So this actually doesn't kill your own stuff, which is nice for non-Granacora decks and non-Death Wishes. And then, so what you can do is you can just play this first, I don't know, play your Necra after, bleed something, and then I'll get 2 vitality. It's actually not bad, but the thing is, you have to find a spot where you want to play it. I'm not sure that spot comes up frequently enough, because you want to keep playing vampires and stuff, but it helps out with that. I think this could be good. I want to try this one out in particular. And then they changed Alp too, so give the enemy unit bleeding 3, order give the unit bleeding 3, so it's worth 9 if you get the order off, and 6 if you don't. So honestly, I'm not too sure. If they kill it, like the upside's higher than it used to be. Right? It used to be bleeding 4, which was kind of really bad for being a 5 provision card. Now it gives a total of 6 bleeding, and it can be on 2 different targets, but one's in order. I'm not sure it's worth it. We're going to try it out and find out how we feel about this. Necrot's the same. It's still very good. I'll put in 1 Drowner for a movement because we can't play Heatwave, so the only way to get rid of stuff is Parasite, and if it's a Rolox, we at least have the option to move it and deal with it that way now. So I'm putting Drowner. And Dragolarvas are really good. Since we're playing Devotion, I put it on El Conqueror. I thought about putting an Oberon King, right, because he's really good. I think he would be better in this deck than several of the cards we included. But he didn't get changed, so you know what? I'm going to try out the new stuff first and see where he fits in. Maybe we take out Detlaff for him and play a Devotion deck with Wild Hunt? Never know. But I wanted to try out the new stuff first before I tried to fit him in. Could probably cut Protoflater and like Cataclysmic Queen and Night stuff to fit him in. But I wanted to try out Protoflater because it changed, and you know, I want to try out this first. I think he would be a very good addition to the deck. And then anyway, we have Bruxa, because Bruxa is a great 4 provision card. And that's the deck. We'll go try it out, and I'm actually quite excited to see how it does. I know that Vampires with the like including some neutral cards and stuff, a more refined deck list I had before with just a couple additions, and Unsealed and Detlaff was pretty good. I won several games with it earlier. We'll try this out now and just try and see how well the new cards synergize with it and see what happens. I'm excited about this. I'm quite looking forward to trying these out. I like when they add these cards in periodically. It makes it exciting to play the game. Let's see what we're going up against. I'm curious to see what everyone else is trying out, because the last few games I played before making this video when I was using an Ironmancy in this deck, I kept going against just lippy decks again, which was kind of annoying. I wanted to face something new. Okay, we have Syndicate. This,
You'll join in your blood! Onward!
I wonder if this is updated Lined Pockets. Yeah, I figured it would be this, because Lined Pockets got an extra charge. For those of you who haven't read the patch notes, I highly recommend it. There's a lot of stuff in there. Let's keep a Necrot. When he plays a Crime, there's usually going to be enough, if he's playing Crimes, there's going to be enough damage to remove most of my engines. So I think I'll go for double and Dragolarvas round 1. And then, Conqueror is going to be a good play. We'll try Flater setup followed by Alp. Let's do that. The only issue is here is his first card's going to be Veil. Honestly, I wonder if we should play more Purifies, because the one annoying thing that Unseen Elvar came up with is I was playing a bunch of, well, I guess only 2 or 3 games against a Warrior Skellige deck this morning. And when they play a Herald, and then you play this, it just like magnets all of the bleedings, the random bleedings onto Herald with his Veil. It's kind of funny. Sir Skewertooth. Okay, we don't have an answer to that. So, we're just going to outvalue it somehow. Intimidate 2 is a lot. It is a lot. If we have random bleedings, we could hit it, but that won't help very much. Let's go and Dragolarva. Maybe generate points without interacting with him. He's just going to use Crimes on us, and this will make the Crimes less valuable. Like damage cards, I'm talking about for the Crimes. Yeah, there we go. There's the one. The one non-damage card he's going to play. Let's see how many Crimes he has. Only has 3. Can't bleed him still. That's fine. Let's just go with Flater. I'll reset up both in Dragolarvas. We won't be able to get a lot of bleeding value this round. And he's used 3 coin charges. I think what I want to do, we're not going to win this round without either more Dragolarvas and a hard push. So I think I'm going to play the second Dragolarva here, and rely on the bleeding synergies for the later rounds. It's going to be hard to generate points this round with bleeding on him. This also makes all of his damage Crimes worse, because they don't get as much value from hitting our armor and such. See what we have here. Or Novigradian Justice. Okay, that's fine. Intimidate. Boost off by 1. Intimidate. He still has 3 Crimes in his hand. He has so many points left. I don't care about going to 4 cards here, so we're just gonna play like we don't care about that because we don't. Next round we'll go in for the Alp. Could have played Brux or Necrot here, but I wanted one that has a deploy ability because he's going to, or I'm not relying on the engine as much of, right? It's bloody good fun. We're gonna lose him? Okay, that's fine. Now with 3 cards, can we win the round? I mean, I'm sure we can because of Orianna, but I don't want to play Orianna. 3 activations of this? It's a lot, though. We could go for Unseen Elder here. He gives us a lot of point acceleration. I think I want to go just for the Necrot now, and then we can Elf and Unseen Elder later, because the order of Unseen Elder, or the order ability of the Elf will be accelerated by Unseen Elder if we need to. Yeah, there's 3 damage. Alright, he's up by 27 now. 26, 25. We can only proc 1 time on our Larvis, but it's kind of a waste to not use them here. The question is, do we have enough? Because later rounds would be hard with Senior, right? Because we'll have 2 cut-ups to deal with, and we don't have a lot of removal outside of this Parasite, which we'll have to save for that, I guess. Unseen Elder here is worth what? 11, 13, 15. And go on Conqueror after. Let's go for that. Unfortunately I bleeded this, which probably wasn't the best idea, considering I was going to play Unseen Elder. But, bleeded again, so we're going to speed it up. Alright, let's go. I figured the animation there was a little different than the regular bleeding animation. It's not what I expected, but it does 1 damage to him at the end of the turn. It's fine. Profit 3, boost ally by 3. Okay. He's up by 23. But we can get a lot of bleedings out here, right? So we go Alp. Conquer is also worth a bunch of points, but I play that next turn. We'll set up the Alp's order. And then we'll start speeding these bleedings up. I guess we're going to have to put the Alp's order on the muscle and let him get the shield point value, but that's not that big a deal. I guess he's reading Unseen Elder now. We could also play Orianna, honestly. Okay, what's he going to Oneiromancy for? He's finally going to kill this. Okay, honestly, with Unseen Elder gone, I think a lot of our value here is getting reduced. We're still behind by... we won't get any points out of Alp's order. So we play 2 cards, he'll pass in between, we have to bleed the thing with shield. We have 2 bleedings out right now. So he's at 39, we're 29, or 19, we need 20 points. Honestly, we can only get 4 out of our larvas. So that puts us at 23 to 39, and we need 16 somewhere else. Can't get that, so we'll let them have this round. We would have had not too much trouble there if he actually couldn't kill Unseen Elder. We've been able to win that much more easily, but we'll see what happens in the next round. We still have Detlaff, and we still have Crimson Curse somewhere, which would be nice to draw. Let's see. If he forces this round, it's going to be shorter, so I don't really want Alp or Bruxa, but I want to open with something. Conqueror is really good in this scenario. He has Crime, so I don't think I have any order targets, so we'll put this back. This is good. We can protect Orianna if he goes for the round and win off that with Cave Troll. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, if it ain't simply and wily.
So, I can't kill that. That's a problem. We're gonna have to do something in this round then to try and deal with this. If he's committing all of this, I'm fine actually going down a card, I think, because we can always end with Orianna Cave Troll. So I'm gonna start with my Bruxa. Just We're probably going to have to play it at some point in this round, so we should play it early. Hopefully get the points out of its Thrive. Intimidate, and there's the 9. Here comes some more Cleaver's Muscle, or more guys, right? Yeah, that's what I figured. So, I don't think I need Purify, so I need the 4 full bleeding at the Queen of the Night to win the round, so we'll play her next.
Be not afraid. This'll only hurt.
Oriana is still so many points. If he forces us to play all of our cards out, we have an extra turn over him, right? Because he's gonna have no cards left, so go back to him, so I can play my leader charges. Sorry about that there for a second there. I think I ran out of space in my hard drive. I had to go delete a couple files real quick. So, like I was saying here, I think it's time we drop our Cave Troll. We'll go for Oriana next turn. Yeah, I ran out of space in my hard drive for recordings. I had to go delete some of the captures I had. But we're back. Same turn still. What's he gonna go for? He's gonna go for this guy. Trigger the Profits. Alright, that's a lot of coins. This is an interesting deck that he has here. Let's go for Oriana now. It's our only hope. Let's bleed this guy. We should have killed out Parasite earlier. Probably didn't. Probably should have. I'll have to use all these charges. There was I was too busy setting my stuff up to decide when to hit this. I figured he'd have other outlets for his coins even if I did. This here though, Caesar, gave him so much value. Okay, so there's the pass. Oriana's gonna be worth what? We get 2 more. We get 1 turn here for being 5, then 1 turn for being 4. We play, it goes to him, we pass. So, Oriana and the Bleedings are worth 14 points. That puts us at 43. So I can play any card here and be fine. So let's just play Conqueror.
We shall conquer this world as we have conquered countless others.
We'll just pass. That's really close there. We were actually just 1 point away from winning the round up a card there. See, Oriana's 17 here. Oriana is just so much value. I love it. Now, what do we have in round 3? We have Crimson Curse, but that's not going to, for our power card, but that's not going to be too great here, right? He played, I think, most of his big cards. Sigi, Sculpt, no, he didn't actually. He's going to have a, I'm not sure what his finisher is, but he has a bunch of provisions left. I want my Detlaff for this round. Actually, I want a lot of cards that aren't these. We're going first, so this isn't as good. This is better going first. I don't think I need to move anything. Let's do this. Let's just set this guy up. Go Flighter. And then we can go for, we get 3 turns of Crimson Curse, this will be Bleedings. So he's going to use that to kill us, fine, we'll go Catacan. The Detlaff next. Catacan. Pop the Detlaff here, and then if we have any extra bleeds that stack up, we get value out of them with Protoflator's boost. He still has no Neuromancy left though, so imagine he has something he wants to play. So no Crimson Curse value there. Blood Moon, we have Bleedings. Set up. I think we just have to deploy a Blood Moon somewhere. I think the only cards he has that's row-locked would be Sculptor, unless he's playing the, he's not playing the coin guy, so I'll just go for melee, because he's not going to play into it, but we don't have a choice. There's a Heat Wave. If he has Heat Wave, pretty sure we're safe to just play Parasite on ourselves and not waste it. See what his last card is. Okay, there's Heralds. He's a little ahead here. And Proto Flare's not going to be worth too much. We'll just go for it. It won't get us into Geralt range or anything. And pass. Well, no, we have to use this order first for extra damage. Now I'll pass. I think he's got this. I don't know what his last card is. Yeah. I think he's got this. Close game though. It's an interesting deck he had. Very interesting. This is what I was talking about though with vampires. A lot of times this happens is you don't want to go into a short round of 3 like this. But we didn't really have a choice. We almost went up a card in round 2. I don't think we could have played it better while still trying to play around him, playing it fully into the round, but we did our best. It was a pretty interesting game. I'm curious what he's going to be, what the next person's playing. That was a very interesting deck with the Spawning Cleaver's Muscles. I guess it makes your coins worth 5 for spending 4. And then if they hit the shield damage, which we did twice I believe, or once I think off of a bleed, makes it worth more points. It was interesting. He had a lot of short run value. It's a good thing we had our Oriana. I'm curious what we'll get next though. I imagine a lot of people are playing the new decks. It's just weird I played only Lookies earlier. Maybe they hadn't adjusted yet.
Nothing personal,
I guess they would have had to though because they lost to Provision. Whatever. Going up against Precision Strike. These decks that don't play a lot of units could be a problem. Which means I think I want Unseen Elder for my finisher this time. Because I want to accelerate my bleeding values, because I probably won't have many targets for most of the round. Keep that in mind. We have 2 Larvas and 2 Bruxas. I think only 1 Bruxa, but 2 Larvas is good. We have our Flater here. Conqueror is going to help us get our points out of here. Nekara and Bruxa are fine, but we'll have they'll be our boost up, our Drago Larvas up to 3, then we can play Flutter. Yeah, I like this hand. I want for this to go to a long round 3, right? Either that or a long round 2 in which we try and win the game. If we get Detlaff round 2, well I mean we have Detlaff, I think we could actually go for a round 2 game here if we get enough points out of our bronze cards. Trap A? I think we might lose an Drago Larva to this, but melee or range, we go melee so his guy can't kill us. The Dobelthana Bowman, the guy who does 3 damage for each row it separates. If you're playing in Drago Larvas versus Scoia'tael, just don't play him in the range row. This is basic advice, but even I forget sometimes. Just don't play him in the range row because there's an opportunity to 3 damage and kill one. If you don't do that, they're much harder for them to remove. Alright, another one. The thing is here though, I said that right, but there's a good chance this one here in particular might be the row damage trap, and he's going to have those. And we'll take it all in the armor, and you can just shoot them down Precision Strike. I think we'll let him have that value though, because even so the row damage will hit only armors. Okay, it's actually just that. That's an excellent incinerating trap target for us. He's probably not very happy about that, but it could have been worse. Actually, probably couldn't have been worse. That was a good. So it doesn't have the row one then. I wonder if this is one of the decks playing the horn. We'll see. We will see. Okay, there's this guy. Alright. It's like vampires or in Drago Larva is too strong. But I think everyone already knew that card was good. I want to try the new ones. So thinking about the deck, right? I think we definitely lack removal. I think when I made the deck earlier and I used a Niromancy Heatwave version, I thought that version was going to be stronger, right, before I made this pure version. But I wanted to try out the pure version just for the sake of experimenting with the new cards and new card changes. I think in the end, the non-devotion version might be better. It's honestly up to what you want to play though, right? Because you have consistency that way, Niromancy and removal and Heatwave. the power of the deck goes up when you take out those cards. When you take out Oneiromancy, right? When you take out consistency boosters, your power goes up, but your consistency goes down. Alright, looks like we're playing against the same thing, right? So he's going to be playing probably a very similar deck to us. How do we beat ourselves? What would be annoying to me? No units, but we can't do that. So then Thrive cards become more valuable because we can Thrive back the damage we took from bleeding. So I want to keep both Bruxas. For sure. Nekarat gets value over time. So I think I want at least one Nekarat. Alp won't be as good here, right? Did we take out Alp? Flater's useful. We only want one Nekarat. Got Oriana. Keep this hand. It's pretty good. We go first. So here's the thing going first. I could want to play. Oops, not that card. We're gonna play Andrega Larvas, and we're gonna use Crystal Skull on Nekarat, which is one of my used to be one of my favorite moves when I played actual vampires a while ago. But you just play Crystal Skull on Nekarat, and it gets a lot of value. There's an Andrega Larva. So here's what I'm talking about, right? We're gonna bleed these. We're gonna make up the bleeding value very quickly. Question is, do we set up more Thrives then of our own? Because every time we bleed this... Well, if we bleed now, we could kill one with Gale, but then Gale gets low value. If we set up Nekarat, then we can go right into a Flater when he goes down for its Vitality. So let's go one Bruxa. Now. If he's going to kill one, it's probably going to be now. One of our Larvas. If he kills it, that's fine. If he has two Andrega Larvas, we're in quite a bit of trouble, I think. Do we have to go for our own second Bruxa for more Thrives? Okay, so if he bleeds my Bruxa, which I imagine he will, it's the highest, like, least Thrive potential afterwards. We go for our own Bruxa again, so we want to I want to be ahead on the Thrive engines. The reason I'm hitting these is because if there's ever a turn which doesn't play a unit, I want one to die. So I don't want him to be able to like freely hit me with spells or special cards. Because right now he's never going to play a special card, right? So I should be safe from removals for a while. There's his Nekarat, that's fine. We're going to have to play ours now. So we go our Nekarat. Honestly, I want to kill his Nekarat with Gale. That's probably more valuable than making sure that this dies if he doesn't do anything. Because it's not going to happen, honestly. Let's do this. We're up now on our engines, and I think we're in a good spot. No one wants to commit Oriana round 1. So I'm curious what he thinks will be coming up next in this War of Bronze cards. We're going to play Flater next, even though it means we probably will lose out on a point or two. Well, we could play Flater next, or we could just go for Gale, honestly, too. Take out his Nekarat. That'd be better. Let's see what he... Okay. I want to play Flater, because I don't want to commit Nekarat, because there's a lot of potential value. So, we're going to go Flater here. We have to deploy on Gale to kill, which means that if we don't bleed the Nekarat, it'll live. We won't be able to... We could hit it with the 1 without the bleeding proc, so it's fine. We'll just hit this. Let me get 2 Vitality. So this is 6 right away if you use Nekarat, right? I'm trying to figure out if Flater's any good. It certainly has potential. And I am currently on the journey quest to get Vitality points, so no harm there. He's going to get rid of it with the Alp deploy, right? That's not bad though, because I can just cure that via getting more Vitalities. Let's see. What do I want to do? I don't want to commit very much. I think a Gale here is fine. Let's go for that. Take this guy out. We're way ahead now. And then we'll just hit this guy with bleeding. reduce our bleeding by 2. You gotta be careful, right? Because you can always be in trouble versus vampire decks if they go for their Orianna. We don't have an answer to Orianna, so we don't have Heat Wave. I'm curious if the Beast would actually be a good inclusion. Beastable, I was thinking about trying this out to set up Detlaff, right? Purify, Bleed. So that's gonna get Galed next turn. So then his Gale's gonna come down. I think we have to keep playing in that, he's gonna do that with it keep going. We could Purify it so he can't Gale it. Alright, because he's not gonna... The reason he set this up is he's gonna bleed down to a 3 and gets full points out of Gale, kills it, and boosts himself. So I think I'm just gonna Purify it. There's no point in purifying his defender because we can't kill Orianna anyway. So we're gonna purify this so we can't kill it with Gale. And then we're gonna go just bleed something. This will die. So this. Because if he can't Gale Necra, he's probably gonna leave the round. Yeah, he's definitely setting up a Gale there. Without the point swing from Gale, he's out. We did commit 2 gold cards though, so, you know. We played more into the round than he did, but we still won it. The question is here, how do I beat him in a round 3? We have last play. What does last play give us? The answer is not very much here, right? There's no Heat Wave, no big removal card. Our hand's kind of crazy, honestly. Wow. Do we just go for round? This is making me want to go for a 2 round here because we have most of our good cards. We're only missing Cave. We're missing mainly the Cave Troll to protect our Orianna, right? And Crimson Curse is good in a longer round. I think we take up Conqueror. Keep this hand, obviously, but do we play into the round? How do I win the game? I want him to... In a long round, our decks are probably pretty similar, right? And we've played more good cards already. I think I want to push here, then save maybe an Unseen Elder with leader charges for round 3. I want to try out how good that is. In that case, we'll go Katakan. I'll put him in the ranged row. Detlaff doesn't matter which spot he goes in. So I'm going to put the Orianna Phantom in the front row. In case he's playing a Geralt, I want this to be split out a little bit. He's playing hands with Crimson Curse now, I imagine. We should have gone for the all melee row so the bleeds would hit the Phantom sometimes. Honestly though, I don't really care. So this might be his setup for Detlaff. We could Detlaff will get bleeded here if we do that. Question is, how much to commit? If we go Detlaff ranged, he probably has Parasite anyway, right? So can't protect Detlaff without our Cave Troll. But if he Parasites it, we probably have a better chance of Orianna living. Of course, you don't want him to get Gale set up on it. The Phantom gets more points, but we're going to use the Phantom Zeal to set up Detlaff. I think I'm going to go for Detlaff here, and we'll just do this.
There is no other way.
Give him some Crimson Curse. Also, we got a point there from our Thrive again. I imagine Parasite or Heat Wave's coming down now, because we can get a ton of points out of Detlaff if he doesn't do anything about it. From his perspective, we know we don't have 2-point damages in our hand right now to set it up. I wonder if he'll play his own. The problem for him is I'm not playing into the melee row now unless I'm playing the Phantom, and the Phantom doesn't care about bleed. I think I'll leave my next play as the Phantom. If I'm going to finish in this round, it's going to be Orianna and Unseen Elder, and I'll save Unseen Elder for round 3 if I feel like we're not going to get much out of this round in terms of value. But I won't have to commit his big cards because I know there's Orianna. Perfect. Orianna's the big card in this matchup. I think there's no way we win the round without our own Orianna. But the question is, how much more can we get him to play? How much more do I want him to play? Because he's going to go up a card, for sure. He's going to go up a card in round 3. I definitely want these power cards. Our goal here was to get out Oriana, and we got it, so let's pass. We've accomplished our mission here. It's good. These matchups, Oriana's worth, like, if they can't kill it, it's worth a ridiculous amount, but he's probably playing Queen of the Night, right? So he's a Purify and a Heat Wave. So we can't count on Oriana for too much. But I can't kill his, so we had to get rid of it. Let's see, what's in our deck that's any better than these? Yeah, there's a lot of cards better than these. I want my gold cards here. Let's see, we didn't draw any of them. It's unfortunate. I think Flitter. Vitality is limited by number of rounds. I think I'll place Conqueror. Oh, we don't want that. Okay, there's Cave Troll. We didn't get our Crimson Curse, which is kind of unfortunate. But this should be fine. It should be fine. I think we open Nekarat. He's gonna probably Gale it, but what are we gonna do about that? The thing is, we could also want to set up our engines as early as possible. So I'm gonna go Nekarat, Flater early, into Cave Troll, Elder, Proto Flater, Oriana, something like that. To drop the Phantom in somewhere too. I think I'm going to end. He goes after us, right? So I gotta end with Unseen Elder. It's probably the best choice. So we'll start with Nekarat, like I was saying. So I think we end with Unseen Elder because we get 2 off of our bleedings with it. He loses 2 value on his deploy and we don't get the engine value. And we end with Phantom. These all have value over time. We just don't play Flitter till the end. I said we play Cave Troll. I'm sure this is gonna die. He's not gonna want to leave that there. If that dies, we don't play Flitter. There's the Gale, I'm sure. If it's here, he can have it in round 1. Because we're playing around nothing. There's Gale, fine. So in that case, we don't play Flitter, so we skip the Flitter turn. Now, if we skip the Flitter turn, might be time for Cave Troll. We'll Cave Troll into maximum engine value off Unseen Elder. Let's do that. The other thing is he can't kill Oriana and Unseen Elder, and I think Unseen Elder might give us more points in the end, which is impressive. The thing is, we know he doesn't have Oriana, so he's probably still has Unseen Elder and Detlaff. Yeah, there's a Purifier, so he's not playing Queen of the Night, he's playing Taskmaster.
This one is nearly drained.
There's our Purify, fine. Let's see. So we can't protect Unseen Elder or Oriana. In that case, I want to set up Unseen Elder. But I want Unseen Elder and Oriana to be very close together, right? And I want to end with Oriana as close to the end of the game as possible. So hold on to those 2. Later, it's just going to be stuck somewhere in between here. Let's see. It's only worth 8 if we use a leader charge. I don't want to use a leader charge to set him up, so we'll go for the Phantom. Get that going. Probably get Parasite, I imagine. He's probably playing Parasite. Let's see. If he has his own Detlaff, I don't want to set up anything too weak. I'm gonna go Unseen Elder into Oriana coming out. We needed the durations on the we need to get Oriana out. He's gonna kill it, so I want more value to be from the Unseen Elder. Because he knows we have Oriana. If he's playing Purify, he's got a Heat Wave somewhere. That's my opinion, at least. Or not my opinion, that's my prediction. I'm very curious. Okay, there's his Detlaff. So like I was saying, we can't play anything with 2 low points now.
Humans, you're all the same.
So Please don't play in that row, but Oriana has to go there. Let's see, we go Unseen Elder. We don't have a way to kill Detlaff at all. Let's go Unseen Elder. Just bleed it. And our turn. Let's see the order in which this happens, by the way. Yeah, so it does put the bleeding on first, then does the extra damage during our turn. I'm sure he's gonna kill that. Then we go Oriana now. We need as many points out of Oriana as possible. The thing with Oriana and Unseen Elder together is the Unseen Elder reduces the duration of turns you have Oriana's boost for, right? There's his Unseen Elder. I think he might be quite a bit ahead. It's pretty annoying. So, Detlaff is going to be annoying here. If he kills Unseen Elder, we have to play Oriana now, in case he does, I mean. So we'll do that. And we'll just put some, put the bleeding on his biggest guys. And we'll keep going here. We can kill Detlaff with the Phantom's Order next turn, which I want to do. That was a lot of damage. He's gonna Heat Wave Oriana, right? No, he's Devotion, he can't. Okay, good. Oriana's actually safe then. Oh, I wonder what that is. Is this a beast? Oh, Oberon Conqueror finisher, huh. We're gonna have to use the Phantom's Order here. So what I'm thinking here is... Okay, fine, hit the control, it's pretty weird. Okay, so we only have Unseen Elder now. It's gonna die. Our Flater's getting no value this round. Just what I was worried about from the beginning, but nothing really to do about it. Let's see, we can bleed this guy here. Question is, do we kill Detlaff? Because our Unseen Elder is going to die to bleeding. And it's probably a safe play, in case he could set it up. It's really nice for Unseen Elder that he bleeds something that's not already bleeding, because otherwise the durations would just stack up. What's the Nathaniel card for Northern Realms that he just when he's boosted in Syndicate, when he's boosted, he bleeds something for 2, and always just hits the same thing over and over. It's nice that this guy doesn't do that. Unfortunately, I think we lost, but not much we can do about it. Let's see what his finisher is. Hopefully it's Heat Wave, because then we actually win. Actually, we draw because we'll get a point out of his Unseen Elder putting bleed on us. Is it Osrael? Oh yeah, why did I forget it was Oberon Conqueror? So he's got this game. Interesting. I just think about putting Oberon Conqueror in. Again. I had him in for a while. I was thinking about the deck. This is a good finisher option. Well, think about it some more when I talk about what I was thinking about changing in the deck. Okay, here we are. Let's go. Let's load the deck. So in conclusion, talking about the deck, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the neutral cards like this. Neutral. Gonna go Heat Wave and Oneiromancy. Confirm that it's still definitely better. Well, I think it's definitely better. We're gonna take out Naglfar because we have Heat Wave in this. We have Detlaff. We have Oriana. Take out. What else do we take out? Take out Flater. It really didn't work out too well for us, although it's interesting. Drowner. I want more removal still. We have a lot of high provision stuff. Crimson Curse, Detlaff, Cave Troll, Catacan. Starting up Catacan, Protoflator. Protoflator's not amazing. Think about it. Take out the Phantom for now. Let's see. I still need more removal. Great. I don't really want to run a Geralt in this deck. There's definitely 4s I'd like to put back in. The question is Alp worth it? It's still only a 6 for 5 if they kill it, and they're gonna kill it because its order is worth 3. So Vampire helps out some Necrat stuff. Parasite, Gale, Queen of the Night, Protoflator. I think I'm gonna take out Protoflator. It's good. I don't know if it's good enough. You know what I'm saying? I like Catacan because it sets up Detlaff. But the Thrive doesn't get a lot of value. I think we can set up Detlaff with other vampires, perhaps. These are cards I definitely want in. So I want more removal and I want more vampires. So let's go to Nilf, or not Nilfgaard. We're talking about. So search vampire. I do want to put in. I think. Here's the thing. Like, what did we put in? There was something I wanted to put in. I don't remember what it was. Oh, well, we'll come back to this. What a removal. So let's go to removals. Let's go to... We don't really have anything here except Emerlith's Wrath, which isn't going to be set up here. So... Also, Carantheering Oriana is really good. Maybe we should go for that. I like having 2 Caranthier targets. You don't need to. You know, that's not a bad one, though. Speeds him up so much, though. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to neutral, put in, what is it? Rock Slide? Or we can put in Lock. The Regenerative Vol, actually. He got changed recently. Still 6. Let's put him in, because monsters have no lock cards. Let's see, then I can don't need a removal. He doesn't synergize very well with the actual deck, but we need more things to interact with our opponents, because we just don't have enough. Right, we have Parasite, now we have Heat Wave, we have 1 lock. I think I want to put in Garkin. Not really neutral vampires. Monster vampires, thank you very much. Put in Garkin. We still have room for some things. I think we have plenty of vampires for the vampire synergies. We have bleedings. The only thing I really want is more removal. Like, I don't think we have enough to deal with all the new decks. I really want to put in Rock Slide or a second lock. Rock Slide's an 8. You can fit Rock Slide. And then we go with a 4. That's a monsters card. You know what? Let's try Feast of Blood. Where's Feast of Blood? I want to try it out. Feels like it shouldn't be too bad, right? Let's do this. We'll try this out. Bonus game. New deck. We'll do 1 game with the updated version, just because I really want to try it out. And we'll just do 1 game with it. And it's a mirror match. Alright, let's see how it does. I mean, this is not really what I was looking for when I was doing the deck. I wanted to actually play against one of the decks we lost to. See how it happened there. But we'll try this new one out. And you know what, guys? This is a perfect lesson of why you double check your decks first. You see this card here? You know when I said there's a card I was forgetting about? Yeah, this is what it is. Alright, we'll just show the game, because this happens. This happens, right? You do something stupid and you forget to take a card out. We're just not going to play it. Just can't play it? That's fine. Let me know what you guys thought. It was pretty fun trying out all the new vampires and vampire synergies. And we'll try this version out and see if it's any better. I know the Neuromancy Heatwave version I was using earlier today was better. But it's hard to say for certain without playing 100 games. But I'm not going to play 100 games without Heatwave in my deck. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the new cards too, and we'll see you guys next time. Remember, you can change whatever you want in these decks. Just have fun playing the game. That's what's important. Oh, there's Goliath. We have Rock Slide. What's that play out of our deck? Oh no, Conqueror. Is it deployed, I believe? Oh my goodness, we got this figured out, guys. If we're gonna Rock Slide Goliath. So to play out the Unel Conqueror, we can't play because the deploy kills itself. But this way, we can play it. This is beautiful. This was planned. I'm just gonna say this was planned. This is just purely for the value. Boom. Look at that, an Unel Conqueror. He's probably so confused right now. Okay, I'm unreasonably amused by that. Ooh. He managed to play it. Look at that. We start Rock Slide. We really didn't have to do that. Alright, so I'm going to add this in because that was a little oversight that we had earlier. We're not actually keeping this card for any reason. What we are going to do, though, is put something else in. I think we want to get more Detlaff value, so we need more damage. We're going to go with Wild Hunt Warrior. Try that out. Now, as far as the rest of the deck, let's be real, we don't really need Directory Evil or Rock Slide. Of the two, I like Rock Slide more. I'll take out this lock, go to 6, go to see what we have for options. Go to neutral, go to here, look at our options. Do we want to upgrade anything is the question. Beast of Blood we want to upgrade, so we go to 2 5s. And you know what? We're going to try Flitter out just a little bit more because I really want it to be good. And we're going to try this out. And this is the deck we're going to try out some more. And now, for real, we'll see you guys next time. And always double check your deck lists before you play a game. Have fun.